It was only a matter of time before Ja Rule seized his opportunity. When it became known that 50 Cent's Final Lap Legacy Tour in London was struggling with ticket sales, so much so that a 2-for-1 promotion was introduced to attract more attendees, Ja Rule quickly jumped in. He took advantage of the situation by not only mocking the G-Unit mogul online but also sharing tweets that ridiculed the low attendance, adding another chapter to one of hip-hop's longest and most bitter rivalries. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip-hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. What made it even more painful for 50 Cent was that this setback came just days after he had mocked Beyoncé by posting a fake headline suggesting her shows in LA weren't selling out, despite clear evidence to the contrary. Now, the tables have turned. For those who know their history, this isn't just childish online behavior, it's a serious rivalry. Ja Rule and 50 Cent have been caught up in one of rap's most intense feuds for over 20 years, with no signs of resolution. Their conflicts tend to resurface every few years whenever one of them experiences a setback, and for Ja, 50's difficulties in London were simply too tempting to ignore. Let's examine the situation. The London stop on 50 Cent's Global Legacy Tour was intended to be a significant event, a celebration of his career, commemorating 20 years since the release of Get Rich or Die Tryin', and a rare chance for UK fans to see one of New York's most infamous rappers perform live. However, as ticket sales faltered and large sections remained unsold, the event organizers began implementing aggressive marketing strategies, such as 2-for-1 ticket deals and bring a friend for free promotions, tactics usually reserved for behind-the-scenes efforts to prevent the embarrassment of a nearly empty venue. Yet, nothing stays under wraps on the internet. Screenshots of these offers began circulating, attracting the attention of both fans and critics. Eventually, Ja Rule took notice, posting a series of tweets that mocked the low turnout, including one with just a laughing emoji and the words, "Karma is undefeated." This wasn't just trolling, it was personal. This is the same 50 Cent who infamously bought 200 front-row tickets to a Ja Rule concert just to leave those seats vacant. The same 50 Cent who spent years mocking Ja Rule's ticket sales, his hits, his career, and his credibility. Now, in a twist that feels like a scene from a hip-hop satire, it's 50's own tour that's being ridiculed by the very person he once tried to push out of the music industry. The involvement of Beyoncé adds another dimension to this situation. Just a few days prior, 50 Cent posted a fake article on Instagram featuring a manipulated headline that suggested Beyoncé was struggling to sell tickets in Los Angeles. This post was clearly a jab at her. Regardless of whether he meant it seriously or sarcastically, it didn't resonate well with the public. Beyoncé had just wrapped up her immensely successful Renaissance World Tour, selling out stadiums around the globe, and was far from having attendance issues. In fact, she was setting records. So, when 50 tried to throw shade, it quickly backfired. Fans were quick to highlight that his own tour was not without its criticisms. After a promotional leak from London surfaced, it sparked a wave of ridicule from all directions. Screenshots went viral, and Ja Rule, always eager to take a shot at 50, seized the opportunity. It's almost poetic. For many years, 50 Cent had the upper hand, overshadowing Ja Rule both commercially and culturally in the early 2000s. Their rivalry was fierce, extending beyond music into real-life confrontations, label conflicts, physical fights, FBI investigations, alleged setups, and entire albums aimed at undermining each other. For a while, it appeared that 50 had come out on top. Ja Rule faded into obscurity. Although his hits remained respected, his credibility took a significant hit. Meanwhile, 50 transformed into a global brand, expanding into music, film, television, liquor, and investments, achieving a level of success that Ja never reached. However, that same rise made 50 Cent susceptible in new ways. When you're the underdog, setbacks are expected. But when you've positioned yourself as untouchable, the one who mocks others for their failures, any misstep becomes a focal point for criticism. And Ja Rule was right there, ready to capitalize on it. In the age of the internet, there's no mercy. For every tour that experiences a slow night, there's a meme. For every discount code, there's a Twitter thread. But when your entire persona is built on ridiculing others for those same issues, the backlash is even more severe. What Ja Rule did wasn't particularly clever or subtle, but it didn't need to be. All he had to do was post, repost, laugh, and let the irony settle in. However, it raises the question, does this indicate that 50 Cent is on the decline? Not necessarily. A single setback during a long international tour doesn't define a career. Artists frequently face challenges like market misfires, poor timing, high ticket prices, and promotional lapses. It's a common occurrence. Even the biggest stars have to adapt, cancel, or adjust their shows. That's just part of the business. In 50 Cent's case, though, the problem goes beyond ticket sales. It's about the energy, the momentum, and public perception. 50 built his brand on being the aggressor, the one who never lost, who silenced everyone with his wit. But now, the social media landscape has shifted. The fans who once supported him are older, quieter, and less vocal. And the younger audience? They aren't as connected to his legacy. They didn't grow up with tracks like Wanksta or Piggy Bank. To them, he's just the character from Power, the businessman, the meme. And when you become a meme, you lose your edge. So when Ja Rule makes jokes about your tour failing, it resonates differently. It raises concerns about relevance, aging, and what happens when your past resurfaces. For Ja Rule, this wasn't just about revenge. It was an opportunity for a comeback. A chance to be seen not as the outdated punchline, but as the one who gets the last laugh. Of course, their feud will never truly be over. Too much has been said, and there's too much history. But this latest jab adds another layer to a story that refuses to fade. It's no longer just about music, it's about legacy, ego, and pride. And for two men who built their careers on raw emotion, every small moment becomes another battleground. As of now, 50 hasn't responded, at least not directly. But that silence is significant. For someone known for quick comebacks, his choice to let this linger speaks volumes. Maybe he doesn't see it as worth addressing. Perhaps he understands how the internet works, knowing that today's embarrassment will be forgotten by next week. Or maybe, just maybe, he feels the pressure. The shift. The moment when the bully is mocked by the class once again. Regardless, the ticket controversy in London won't define 50's career. However, it will be remembered in the ongoing saga of this rivalry. Another meme added to the collection of grudges. Another shot fired in a conflict where no one truly wins. As for Ja Rule, for now, he can smile. Not because he has managed to undo the damage 50 caused to his career, but because he has shown the world that even the mighty can stumble. Even kings can lose their edge. And when that happens, the jesters become the wise ones. This is hip-hop. No one forgets. Not Ja Rule. Not 50 Cent. Not the fans. Regardless of how many years pass or how many tours, albums, or business projects come and go, moments like this serve as a reminder that the past is not merely behind us. At times, it seems to be patiently awaiting another chance to bring us joy. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.